Why do you like to be alone? I hate the stress of having to constantly be present in mind when I'm with other people. I love being able to space out and sit in silence and just be in my own head. It is the least stressful condition to be in. I will never understand codependent people. Being alone is the one time you can literally do what you want and completely be yourself. No one to shoot down your plans and no hearing opinions from people. Alone time is bliss. People are exhausting. I tend to believe all people have two gas tanks. One that can only be filled up by the company of those you truly connect with, and one that can only be filled up by time alone. And they are different sizes for different people. It's quiet. I'm not legally required to say thanks for the gold's kind strangers. But I did accidentally in this sentence. There you go. I live alone, and in my apartment I can do what I want, when I want, however I want. The complete freedom to have a day with no plans and then to spend that day doing as much or as little as I want. No obligations to anyone that I don't make for myself. Spending a lot of time alone is a really good way to learn a lot about you, who you are, without influence from other people and their opinions or perception of you. I've been living alone for over 2 years, but for the past 9 months of being single and mostly not dating, I've realized how much I am capable of enjoying my own company. TL. Doctor. The freedom and amount of time I can spend focusing on myself is why I like to be alone. Edit. Thank you all for your replies and kind words. I will do my best to read as many as I can. Edit 2. I replied to as many comments as I could that related to either questions or advice. The best I could anyway. One of the best times I've ever had was 5 years ago when I took a solo vacation for 5 days. I didn't care one bit that it was in Chicago in January. Actually, I just considered it part of the adventure. What mattered was that it was all about me and what I felt like doing. Was there anyone to whine about getting cold and tired when I wanted to walk around the city and explore all day? Nope. Was there anyone to disagree about where to eat dinner? Nope. Anyone who didn't feel like getting up at 6 a.m. to walk down the street for breakfast? Nope. Anyone to judge me the day I ordered pizza and stayed in my hotel room watching TV until 3 in the afternoon? Nope. Was there anyone who cared about going there with no agenda and only a list of places I wanted to eat? Nope. There wasn't even one person who thought it was silly or dumb for talking to strangers, such as the homeless lady at Starbucks who introduced herself as Priscilla Presley. Hands down, the best thing about being alone is not having to worry about compromising with anyone else's wants or demands. Edit. My first gold ever. Thank you. Edit 2. Reading everyone's responses has given me a bunch of ideas for things to include in my next trip, whenever I can make that happen. Thanks y'all. Red Heart. I can totally relate. I took a solo vacation to Seattle back in 2018 and it's the best trip I've ever gone on for these exact reasons. Solitude is comforting. When I'm alone, I don't have to be scared to be myself and I don't have to pretend I'm feeling fine all the time. I've always been that way. Would rather enjoy my own company for countless hours than be around people and feel the need to leave after a while. Edit. Bro, why has this blown up? Thanks for 10,000 upvotes. Because it's nice to be alone with your thoughts and enjoy alone time. Definitely agree. I don't feel as if I truly processed new information or circumstances until I've been alone. My friends are annoying sometimes. I don't have to worry about other people. I can do whatever I want whenever I want. Right now I'm planning on getting dressed and taking a leisurely stroll through the park. Smoke a joint and get a taco. No time frame. I'll get there when I get there. I'll get back when I get back. Then I'll do whatever I want for the rest of the night. Alternatively, last time I was at my friend's and they had the radio on and it was the worst fucking station around. I can be myself. I never know which version of myself I am when I have to socialize. I always feel terrible afterwards and scrutinize what I said or did. I feel mentally discombobulated. When I am alone, there's no stress. I like myself more. Man, shifting personalities is such a trip. At work, I'm talkative. In class, one don't say a word. With my friends, I'm a dumbass. With my family, I'm silly. At the store, I'm anxious. And when I'm alone, I just feel natural. In my opinion, it is nice to be alone every now and then, as it is allowing you to self-reflect and enjoy some quality time with yourself. However, in a more permanent level, I have seen it wrecking my mood and leading me to a state close to depression. Balanced is the trick for me. Human interaction is fucking exhausting, because I don't like small talk and I don't like loud people. Introversion and social anxiety make human contact a terrible experience. The shitty thing is a big part of me loves and craves social interaction. But sometimes that social anxiety hits hard and I'll just feel like I can't be in the same room as other people. It hits hardest at loud parties where people are talking and interacting and there's a lot of conversations going on at once. I want to be part of it, but sometimes I have to duck out for air. And when I'm in there, I just have trouble mingling. It feels like you're trying to talk, but there's like some weird danger you can't ignore and it keeps interrupting my train of thought. There's that perfect balance for me with a chill party where I'm talking to like 1 or 2 or 3 people and can relax. But I feel like it's not often I get that. I do manage to force myself to go out and hang out with groups, but I know I avoid a lot more social interaction than I normally would if I didn't have that anxiety. Sometimes I'll skip out on something and just get kind of depressed that I couldn't push myself through it and just handle it. And it just feels shitty staying at home. And sometimes I'll go to a party and get depressed because I want to have fun and interact, but I just can't. It's a catch-22. Either stay home and hate myself for it, or go out and hate myself for not enjoying what I want to enjoy. Zero drama. False. I have imaginary arguments all the time. I'm a mix between an introvert and an extrovert. I like spending time and talking to other people, but I can only recharge my energy when I am alone. So if I have to socialize for 2 to 3 days in a row, I would make an effort to spend the next day completely alone to get back into a good headspace, because I get tired from socializing. There are many more of us than people realize, gregarious introverts. So I can fart in peace. Bip. I'm a bit of a weirdo and I like being alone because I don't have to explain why I said something or did something. I feel like when I'm around people that I have to significantly tone down my personality, which can get pretty exhausting. I'm not annoying anyone. This hits home. Shout out to the crippling fear of and constant feeling that you're bothering other people just by existing, so you have to bottle up 90% of your personality, which then feels incredibly exhausting. So, despite sometimes enjoying people, you spend way more time alone than you should, gang. Because I don't know how to interact with people well. I like to be alone with my thoughts. I am a deep thinker and like to have time to figure things out on my own. I love to daydream. Monsieur, I daydream vividly. All the time. To the point where something is probably wrong with me. I daydream when I'm with other people, but I'm better at it when I'm alone. I don't like dealing with shit that's just fucking dumb, like people reading too much into shit and just being really dialed into societal boundaries. Being around a group of people is awkward since I don't really talk to people I don't know. I can do the random things that are deemed unacceptable to do in public. Don't have to worry about people seeing me scratching my boob or undoing a wedgie. This is huge. Will I be wearing pants? Maybe. Maybe I'll take them off. Maybe I'll take a bath and then lay around in a towel for hours. Maybe I'll stay in the bath for hours. Maybe I'll get really drunk and lay on the floor. It's dealer's choice, baby. So I can get shit done. Because I need my peace and quiet. I hate having to switch between all of my friends' sense of humor every time I talk to them, monsieur. Also, playing video games is much better. I feel pretty lonely all the time. When I'm around people, I feel alienated because I don't seem very happy and I'm really distant and quiet, which causes others to question me and put me on the spot. It's just my personality. Nothing is bothering me. It reached the point where I've lost friends and had to put on a fake personality so people didn't think I was weird, which adds to the loneliness. I like to be alone because I can feel comfortable about being myself. I don't have to worry about being called a downer, melodramatic, or suicidal. For the record, I am not considering suicide. Teach them that you being you is okay. They'll be staring at you and being inquisitive, trying to work out this unfamiliar behavior. Let them see it. They see it anyway, even if you're pretending otherwise. And let them see it's okay for you. If it was someone else, it might be a sign that they're unhappy or distressed, but you're not them. And for you, it means all is well. So no one can fuck up my vibe. It's peaceful and I don't have to be hyper aware of everything around me. People are overwhelming to me. I do what I want without having to be considerate of others. I'm so much less likely to embarrass myself. People are nice until they become exhausting. I don't want to be rude, but I have learned over the years that when I am done socializing, I am done socializing, and there is really no point in me continuing to socialize if I can't draw no enjoyment out of it. I won't be no fun to be around any longer anyway, because I have to sort my feelings and thoughts out, which is crucial to me. In order for me to live with people, I first must have a control over my own thoughts and emotions and be in tune with myself. Just like there is a world outside, there is one inside of us. Experienced through blissful loneliness. I have really sensitive hearing. I wear earplugs, but it is only a dampener. I have noise-canceling headphones, but it is only a dampener. And people are loud. I'm happy with my own company, and when I clean my house, it stays clean. I can jam out to my music without judgment. I am my own best friend. I don't have to explain or justify myself to anyone else. I can do what I like, with whom I like. If I want to play on my PS4 for 20 hours, there is no one telling me to stop. Having been married then divorced for nearly 40 plus years, being on my own is a blast. I also just love being at home. I don't miss working, as that was very stressful being around people and all that entails. Now I can invite people into my space when I want to. Being retired is the most awesome thing. I've worked in various hospitality industries my entire life. My professional life is jam-crammed full of smiling at people and pretending to give a shit, and just generally making sure I have what I call my customer service mask on at all times. That mask is heavy, and it's exhausting to have to wear it. If I'm by myself, I'm on my own schedule. I don't have to smile if I don't want to. I don't have to small talk. If I could live in a tiny cabin in the woods somewhere in the middle of nowhere, New England, just me and my dog, and some goats and chickens, I would gladly grow old and die there. My husband is literally the only person I've ever met that doesn't drain my battery, so to speak. He can stay with me and my animals in my New England hermit cabin. Everyone else can go fuck right off. People suck. Fuck em person shrugging male sign. Because it's truly the only way to be stress-free. Because I am a shy introvert, and I get awkward with people easily. I don't like to be alone. I am terrified of other people. My childhood was riddled with bullying at school and bearings at home. The greatest lesson from that experience was to make myself small. Hide in a corner or under blankets, and not make a sound. Speaking made things worse. Fuck those people who made you feel that way. Wish I could have smacked them all in the head so that they would have left you alone. But then again, I was bullied too, and I have no idea if I could defend myself at all. My thoughts are interesting. I like pondering on them than socialize. I'm totally fine with being around people if there isn't an expectation to be talking to them, monsieur. I don't trust people, and I always think they're there to mock me or make fun of me. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.